Now with our lead story, liberal and conservative America attacking Mitt Romney and me over entitlements. Joining us from Washington, Mary Catherine Ham and Juan Williams. Both are Fox News analysts. So Juan, you used to work for the Washington Post.
I did.
What about that hit piece? I mean, come on. The O'Reilly-Romney view of the world, it sounds like I ran for president and he was VP on the ticket.
No, look, I think that when they start with the name calling, I've got no use for it, Bill. I've had to deal with this as a black person on school vouchers, as well as comments about Muslims in the airport. That's not what I said. That's not what I'm thinking. And I know you personally. That's just crazy. I think Romney and Romney spoke about the president's base as if he was rewarding elements of the base. Ryan spoke about an urban population. That's getting closer, and it's worrisome. But the real issue I have, and the one I want to discuss with you, is what you said in the Talking Points memo, because I don't think people necessarily voted in terms of their economic interest. I think there are lots of poor people. I think there are lots of seniors who receive Medicare and Social Security who voted for Mitt Romney. I think there are lots of people in the suburbs of New York, Connecticut, and New Jersey who are in some of these big companies that would have to pay higher taxes under President Obama, who nonetheless believed that Obama was the better candidate and voted for the best of America.
Okay, but look, Juan, come on, you got to be. The stats are overwhelming. All right, Mary Catherine, and that's what I based my commentary on election night and this evening. The stats are overwhelming. That under $30,000 a year, they broke 7 million plus for Obama. All right, if it had been 50-50 in that regard, in that area, Romney'd be president. And you can't tell me that economics were the primary motivating force for that group to vote for President Obama. You just can't say it because it's not true.
Well, first, let me say that I agree with Juan that it's unfair of the Post and it's unfair of many in the media to make the argument that pointing out some of the statistics about the election and actually pointing out that, indeed, minority increase in turnout and in urban areas, yes, in cities where the GOP has problems relating to folks and bringing folks into their fold and voting for them, those are not racist statements, and we need to get away from that if we're going to actually analyze this like we want to. But I will say that I think, you said yourself that some 30-something% of under 30,000 a year voted for Romney. So I don't think those who voted for Obama are necessarily completely ruled by whatever.
What was then you have to supply. If you're going to say that, if
wait,
Mary Catherine. If you're going to say that, if that's going to be your point of view, you have to fill in the blank. What did they vote for? I just listed 8 things. Did they vote for 80% unemployment, $16 trillion debt? What did they vote for?
I think that can play a role, but I think
No. Answer my question, Mary Catherine.
They voted
under
for
$30,000.
I'm answering you. They voted for the fact that they didn't believe that Romney was on their side and had their back, and that is a failure of our own and of Romney's campaign, and we cannot avoid that.
All right, now
entirely.
we're getting someplace, and Juan, I'm going to ask you the same question.
That is part of the calculation.
Wait, Mary Catherine, wait. We're getting somewhere now. Juan, you listen up. All right, so Romney doesn't have their back, as you said. That's a general statement. That doesn't mean anything. What was that feeling based on? What was the feeling based on that Romney wasn't looking out for them? I agree. The perception was that Romney wasn't looking out for him. But what was that based on, Mary Catherine? Was it a social issue or a financial issue?
I think there are several parts of it.
No, what was it?
Wait, hold on. Let me also point out another stat here. For Asian Americans, which is one of the more highly educated and affluent groups in America, that was one of the biggest turnarounds for Obama in attracting that group. He didn't offer them government dependency. He didn't offer them financial gifts. So I think simplifying it to only that hampers us in the future.
Okay, but you still haven't answered the question, so now I'm going to give Juan a chance.
Because I think there's a larger cultural sense that Obama was on their side.
Listen to me. When I ask you a direct question and you don't have an answer, it's best to say, I don't know. Do you know, Juan?
I think when you go back to 47%, I think people feel he was looking out for the top 2% in big corporations.
What did they vote for? This is
what Mary Catherine said. He wasn't looking out for them.
We all agree. All 3 of us agree that the under 30,000 crew didn't believe Romney was going to help them. What did they vote for, Juan, by re-electing President Obama? What?
I think they voted for a country where they feel that as seniors, as veterans, as people who may be disabled, that the country moving forward, especially in terms of this fiscal cliff and economic decisions about budget priorities,
this is like a kid in high school just BSing.
Bill.
What did they vote for,
I just
Juan.
told you. I just told you they voted for a government that is, they feel, knows their situation, understands what it means to be in their financial situation, and trying to
then
get
do
a
what?
foothold.
There's got to be more than understanding and empathy. Do what?
I don't think there does.
Move
Bill.
forward, because if
Move
it was
forward
just
where?
about growing, move forward in this economy. You said, and this is what something I disagree with
we
you
got,
in
we
your
got
talking
8%
points.
unemployment. We got $16 trillion debt. We're not moving forward, Juan. There's
We are
no,
moving forward.
no reason we're moving forward. No
There
way.
Yes, and I think that most Americans disagree with you and think that the economy is finally starting to go forward. And in fact,
Based on what?
if you don't invest in education, infrastructure, in the American people, and just give money back to the rich, then you'll go back to the days where, you know, less
It's
taxes,
all-
less
listen.
regulation.
You're
Bill,
basically both disagreeing, but you're agreeing in a roundabout way, and I got to run. It's about money.
Empathy played
this
a part.
Is a,
No,
this
but
vote
empathy played a
was
large part. And cultural
about
identification played
money.
a large part.
No, this vote was about money primarily. There are a few kooks who, you know, with the abortion craziness and the gay marriage, that became a very, very important thing.
Yeah,
and I shouldn't
that's
say
right.
I shouldn't
And how
say
are
they
you
were
going to make the
kooks,
pitch
but
to people to convince them otherwise? If,
This
if
was
you're
about-
just laying it on that, are you just going to outbid Democrats?
no,
We can't do that.
This
So you
was
have to make a
about
different
money.
pitch.
The vote was about money. That's what it was about, and I was absolutely
I think
right
everyone
in pointing
votes
that
about
out.
more things than that.
All right, Mary Catherine Wine, happy Thanksgiving.